The fourth card you have you passed is the Page of Swords. So obviously this page, he's very, very defensive. That's what this is about. It can be about stalking, looking at what other people are doing. But he's very defensive. He's up there, he's swinging his sword around. But he's not very clever at swinging his sword around, I should say. He's not like a king or a knight. They know what they're doing, but the pages are students. So there's this really defensive thing around this. I'm seeing someone who's not very secure in themselves. That's what I'm seeing. They like to say a lot of things to other people, little stabs, little digs about things, little criticisms, little things, nothing serious. So I think this is someone who does this. I think this is someone who does this to you. No, actually, I think they used to do this to you. They're not there now. They're not around you now, but they were at one time. Because I'm seeing a separation here, and I think this is someone you've separated from. So they used to do all these little digs and things like that all the time, but now you're not around that energy anymore. That's what I'm seeing. Well, you're kind of separated, but you still have more between you. Not in love, you're not in love with them, but I think you have more to sort out with them. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting here. Something still ongoing. Yeah, you're trying to get to the end of a separation or a negotiation with this person who was a love connection, but it's taking a long, long time. That's what I'm seeing. It's quite frustrating. It might be a divorce, it might not be, but it feels quite, I'm saying that because it doesn't feel like just a normal relationship that you can just walk away from. You've got lots of things that are kind of tied in with them, complicated things. That's why I was seeing divorce. So there's still a lot to get through, and I think because of that reason you're still in contact with them just a bit. You don't want to be, but you are. So yeah, I'm seeing some conversations between you. I'm seeing some text messages, some frustrating ones. I think you're trying to make things as formal as possible. I think you're trying to make things as sort of what can I say, not emotional. You're trying to take the emotions out of things and just kind of be quite straightforward with these conversations. I think they might be the opposite. They're probably all over the place. You're trying to keep things under control. That's what I'm getting here. And keep things to the point, keep things formal, only talk about the main points. And they're kind of all over the place, very defensive. It might be that you point something out, just something quite normal, and they take offence. They start saying, oh, how dare you say that to me? Blah, 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 all that kind of thing. And you're like, well, I'm just saying, let's do this, or something very normal. So, yeah, you're getting toward the end of this separation. That's what I'm saying. You're getting toward the end of this. You might feel as if you'll never be at the end of this, but that's what I want to tell you. You are getting toward the end. They're making it a little bit more difficult than it should be because they're kind of all over the place. And with these little stabs, these little comments, I think they made a lot of these kind of little stabs, these criticisms, when you're with them, I think. And you got used to them, I think. It was horrible. Lots of ignoring, I'm seeing. Lots of ignoring. Maybe they ignored you and criticised and ignored. I'm getting that. I'm seeing going away, getting up and walking away to get space. I think you had to do that a few times. The funny thing is, I'm getting them being all defensive over nothing really, but they were on the offense when they were with you, saying all these criticisms, but now they're all defensive. And sometimes the most difficult people have the thinnest skins. I see that all the time, the people who can dish it out but they can't take it. So I think that might be what they're like. Not that they have to take anything. You're not saying anything horrible to them. They're just overly sensitive, overly defensive. But you're away from that now. You're free from all that. You don't have to be around that in your space. But you're having these conversations, and I think that might be bringing up all those stabs again, how you felt when you're with them. And I know it doesn't look good to, or I should say it doesn't feel good to have all those memories come back again, but it is good actually, because it's a reminder. It's a reminder of how far you've come. It's a reminder that you're away from them now and you don't have to be around that anymore. Things are a lot better for you now. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm getting this. This is probably going to sound crazy. It's like a drone. the noise of a drone kind of humming around all the time. So you have this drone in the corner when you're with them, this drone in the corner of the house or wherever you are with them, making a noise constantly in the background all the time. Criticisms, problems, drone. It's not there now. So you don't have that background noise there all the time. That's what it was. Background noise, constant things. What am I going to hear next? What are they going to say next? Oh, it's always there. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. You're away from that now. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, again, this is taking a lot longer. This negotiation, this separation, or whatever this is, it's taking a lot longer than you want. It's taking a lot longer than it needs to. Because they're messing around. That's what I'm seeing, messing all around. They're like the Page of Swords, on the defensive, all angry, thrashing their sword around. They're not really in control of it properly. And you're coming up as this knight, sensible, just walking, just going across, doing things very slowly, very carefully, properly. I'm seeing dates here. I'm seeing dates, times. And you're trying to arrange things, or you were, I don't know if you're still doing this. You're trying to arrange deadlines, meeting times, things like that. Some kind of timeline I think you're creating, or something, schedule or something like that. It feels very sensible. It feels very organized. And they're coming up as this Page of Swords, so it looks like they might have been messing up some of these times, maybe. Maybe they weren't turning up to things on time. Maybe they said things like, oh, I'll do that. I'll do it on Tuesday. And then, of course, Tuesday comes and goes, and then Wednesday comes and goes, and the thing's not done. Very, very frustrating. All that kind of thing. So if you're in the middle of something like this, the first thing is don't show them you're frustrated. Try not to show them any emotion. I think they're going for the emotion. You're going for, the kind of stoic, let's move forward, let's not be emotional, let's just focus on the facts, let's just get this done. That's what you're focused on. And just keep on doing what you're doing, move forward. I'm just seeing this. You might have to bring someone else in to help you in the future, because I'm seeing a few more negotiations to go. There might be a few little, I don't know if they're legal issues, some little things you're going to come across that are going to puzzle you or make you confused. There's someone else you're going to have to bring in to help you with that, but that's fine. You are going to get to the end of this. Yeah, I keep on seeing chaos around this person. The funny thing is, when I'm picturing them in my mind, they don't look like a typical chaotic person, if there is one. What I mean is, they seem to have a nice place to live in. Everything seems fine on the surface. Everything's neat. A job. Everything looks normal. But I think it might be chaotic under the surface, under the carpet. You know them. The thing is, you know them. You know that side of them. And it's really showing itself to you when you're doing these, kind of sorting out these negotiations or this separation. And other people might not see that side of them, especially people they want to impress. I'm getting the feeling they are around someone right now who they want to impress, so they're not showing that side to them yet, but it is going to come out eventually. Okay, so there's something else here that I'm seeing. There's a little bit of stress here. It's around money. Maybe your money's been lower than usual. Maybe you haven't received the amount you usually receive, or something like that, or your finances have been a bit lower than they usually are. Okay, so the message here is keep on going, keep on going. It looks like you're on the right track, but if things are looking a bit down money-wise, definitely don't do anything drastic. Don't panic. Don't kind of say, oh, I've got to do something. What am I going to... Don't start doing that. Just be very careful, because I'm seeing a little bit of a temptation here to take up some kind of an offer that comes along. Someone might say, oh, do this. It's a really good thing to do. So don't do that. Really think about any offers that come in. Don't jump straight into another job. If you do that, I think you'll be worse off. Don't do anything like that now. You know, I'm the kind of person who says, oh, there's an opportunity, grab that, do that, you know, but I'm Aries. But I'm really getting this strong feeling that you shouldn't do that. You should stay where you are. That's the best thing for you right now. Take your time, just keep on going. The money's going to go up again. I can see that. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here. Yeah, if you're going into a new job, if you know you've got a new job coming up and you're going into that and you've planned it, you're ready to go in and all that, I'm not talking about you here. I'm not saying don't get a new job. This is for people who are feeling a little bit of a downturn where they are, less money's coming in and they're kind of tempted to panic and jump into something quickly. That's not you if you're just going to a new job. So hang in there if this is you. It feels like a temporary hurdle. It really does. It really feels temporary. If you jump out into something, especially something you haven't thought of, it might be worse. So please, please just hang in there. Okay, so the last card you have for your past is the Nine of Pentacles, more Pentacles. So yeah, again, things are getting better. This is a really big indication of that, money-wise. Also, this is telling you that you've done the right thing to separate from this person in the Page of Swords, and you know that anyway, you know, because this woman's by herself, she's happy by herself. So yeah, with this axe, it looks like they've got everything together on the surface. I keep on seeing that. Everything's fine on the surface. You know, maybe their appearance is nice. They probably have nice clothes. They look good, all that. They look like they're responsible. Maybe they have a really nice car, everything like that. They had problems with money, though, when they were with you. That's what I'm seeing. I think they did. And I think they still do. I think they still have money problems. They're probably bringing home more than you, money-wise. That's what I'm seeing. They bring home quite a lot compared to you. But I don't think they keep it. I don't think they save it. I think they spend it, because I keep on seeing this chaos. So they might be spending recklessly. They might be buying crazy things. They might be gambling. I don't know. Spending recklessly. So, you know, I think with you, you're coming up as the Knight of Pentacles. So I think even if you're earning less than them, you'll probably end up with more than them in the end, because you're more careful. You save more. That's what I'm seeing. You save more. You don't go spending on crazy things. You know, if you're planning for the future, not just you, but anyone, you know this. It's more about what you keep than what you earn. You know, some people win the lottery and they end up with nothing. Not everyone, but a lot do. So it's not about how much you have. It's more about what your mindset is and what you end up with. And I think you're going to come out on top in that aspect, in that money aspect there. So I don't want this to be all about money, but you know, you've got these two coin cards, so of course it comes up. But yeah, things are going to improve. Hang in there. That's the main message in these cards here. And you'll end up better off later on. You'll end up feeling a lot more secure later on. Hang in there. Keep on saving. Keep on going down the track you're on. That doesn't mean you have to stay in this job forever if you're in a job. It just means for right now, this is the best place for you at this moment, if this all resonates with you. Okay, so the first card you have here present is the Seven of Wands. Yes. Okay, yeah, battling. Okay, I'm going to move on to something else, because I don't want this whole reading to be about the separation and the money and what they're like and what you're like and all that kind of thing. But before I do move on, all these cards are telling me about this separation and what's happening with that and this axe and all that. Because you've got this battle in the Seven of Wands, and obviously you've got heartbreak and division of things with a separation and all that in the Three of Swords. And at the end you've got celebrating abundance, because everything is going to be okay in the end. So so yeah, if you're battling through some kind of separation right now, if you've got money problems, all of that kind of thing, I was seeing all this whole sequence is showing you that the outcome is going to be positive. So hang in there, you're going to have a positive outcome. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, okay, I am getting, okay, there are a few different things I'm seeing here. The first thing is there's a bit of a feeling of being overwhelmed, like this man, just overwhelmed generally. I'm not sure if you're an anxious person. Okay, obviously this is just for some people. So if you are an anxious person, if you do get anxious about things, the world's an anxiety-inducing place right now. There's a lot going on. So if you're like that, a bit anxious, definitely take some time out. If this is you, take some time out from reading all this news and seeing things and whatever. Just take a break from it all. I'm not saying bury your head in the sand, and I'm not saying don't listen to what's happening in the world. But if you start feeling anxious, when you're reading things or listening to things, or if you start kind of obsessing over things, if you start obsessing, like worrying about a particular thing, and you read every article about that, you go Google it, you go look at this video, you're reading this, you're looking. If you start getting like that, definitely take some time out. If this is you, if you see yourself in this, because for me, I need to do that sometimes as well. I'm a bit like that. Sometimes if I get worried about something, I can overread about it. And I used to listen to everything, absolutely everything. I used to read everything, all the news, everything. But sometimes when things are really extreme, like when something very extreme's happening, you have to think, and sometimes, of course, people blow things out of proportion sometimes as well. The media does that too. You've got to think to yourself, is me reading this helping the situation? Is this doing anything for these poor people or whatever it is I'm reading about? And is it helping me? And if the answer is no, get some time out. Again, I'm not talking about being ignorant here. I'm talking about just taking some time out when things start to feel a bit overwhelming, knowing when that is, knowing when you start to get that feeling, and just taking that time away. Okay, so the other thing I'm getting here is it's a little bit, this is kind of more fear, a little bit more anxiety, but it's not bad, it's just a little fear. It's just like, oh, I'm a little bit worried. It's like that. It's not about you either. I think this is about someone else. Someone wants to come forward. This is about love. Yeah, someone has feelings for you. Someone has feelings for you. I don't know if you have a lot of people around you or something. This is for single people, obviously. Maybe you have a lot of friends around you or something, or maybe that's just how this person sees you, because to them, I think it looks like maybe you have lots and lots of options around you in love, and they don't have a chance because of all these options. I think that's what they're worried about. Yeah, they're worried about competition. I don't think you have loads of people around you that you're fighting off, like this man. Well, maybe you do, but it's more about their perception of you. You know who this is. You know who this is. They're around you. They're talking to you. You've had conversations with them. They know, you know about their background. Not everything. You know a bit about their background. They've discussed this with you. They've discussed a few problems with you. They've been through a lot. They know a little bit about you, but not as much as you know about them, I don't think. I'm getting a lot of sensitivity around them. So they've definitely been hurt. There are 3 things that are holding them back from coming out and talking to you properly, or asking you out, or talking about starting things up with you romantically. 3 things. Yeah, it's interesting because you've got these 3 cards under this as well. But yes, 3 things. The first thing is they're just naturally a sensitive person. So they're worried, they're naturally a little bit shy. So they're like that generally. The other thing is they've been hurt. So that's probably stopping them from coming forward. They've still got all of that. And the other thing is they think you've got loads of options around you. So that's holding them back. So 3 things. I think they might come toward you at some time. They might come and talk to you, but they're still kind of really thinking, oh, I don't know. So that's the mode they're probably in right now. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the 3 of Swords. Yes, horrible card. So yeah, they've been through a really big heartbreak, this person. And I think they've told you a little bit about this because I think they've shared something of their life with you. Just be careful. They're an honest person. I can see that they're honest. They're not going to hurt you. They're not out to hurt you. The caution I'm seeing is that it might just be a little bit too soon to get into a relationship with them because, what they've been through feels quite fresh, so it feels quite recent. Yeah, it feels like this other person, their axis energy is still there. What I mean by that is they haven't got anyone around them. They're not interested in them. They're not still with this ex. There's nothing there between them, but it just feels like they're not quite over things yet. So I'm not saying don't be with them, but at least take things slowly if that's what you want to do, if you want to be with them. Just take your time. Yeah, I think they're going to come and approach you soon. Yeah, they might have to approach you a few times, actually, because it feels really subtle, the way they speak to you. So you might not even realise they're interested. They might come and say to you, oh, I like your jeans or something. And you'll be like, oh, well, thank you. And then they'll go off and they'll say, oh, I've really made an effort now. I've told them that I'm interested. They know I want them. And to you, it's just like, well, thank you. That's very nice of you. So very, very subtle in the way they say things. But I think they're going to have to come back a few times before you actually realise they're interested in them. Or, sorry, they're interested in you. It's not easy for them. It's not easy for them. It feels quite stressful for them. I shouldn't laugh. But it's just funny because I'm just seeing them approaching you and saying all these vague things, and you're kind of standing there and thinking, what's that about? I don't understand that. Just another thing, if you get together with this person, you're going to end up, or you might end up, having to listen a lot to them. They've got a lot of problems. They've got a lot of things they've been through, especially with this breakup. So they might start talking to you about that. So just something I'm seeing there. I don't know if you're happy with that or not, but that's just what I'm seeing. Because they're not ready. They're still with they're not with someone, but they've still got that energy of that old relationship around them. I accidentally said that. They're not with someone. They're not with someone. Okay, so the last card you have for your present is the Three of Cups. Yeah, look at this. This is how they see you. Popular, talking, laughing with all your friends. And, you've got friends, but you're not that over the top. You don't have hundreds of people flocking around you all the time. But they see you like that. That's how they see you. It might be a coincidence. It might just be that whenever they see you, you happen to be talking or laughing with someone. I don't know. But with these three women in this card, again, I'm not seeing a third party in the literal sense, but I keep on seeing it's like a shadow. It's like a shadow that's hanging around them. It's a shadow of their old relationship. It's still hanging around. Again, they are not interested in their ex. I feel as if I have to keep on saying that. They don't want to be with them. They just haven't processed things properly yet. So if this resonates, when you've got someone who's still in the aftermath of an old relationship, this is another reason why you have to wait, I think. They're probably still talking about them. They might be angry or whatever. When they're still working through this, you're not getting the real them. You're not getting to know the real them. You're getting to know the heartbroken them, the person who's thinking about their ex, that's worrying, that's stressed, that's angry, that's going through everything. But that's not the real them. The real them's probably quite different from that. So that's another reason why you really need to stand back a bit and wait until they've gotten through this. Obviously this is all up to you, but you've got the Knight of Pentacles. That's about taking your time. Get to know the unheartbroken them if you want to be with them, because I think they'll change as they get out of this. You'll get to know a different them. So I hope that makes sense. They're a good person and they're definitely interested in you. I'm seeing that again. And again, they know you and you know them. You've had conversations with them. You know who this person is. Okay, the fast card you have, your future, is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're still going through these money problems, money ups and downs, there's someone here who can help you with that. Now, don't worry about this. I'm not suggesting you borrow money. That's not what I'm seeing here. I think you're going to have to step up and talk to someone and ask someone something. Yeah, I'm seeing mutual help here. This is a little bit confusing. I hope this makes sense. Because I'm seeing a friend of yours, and it looks like there's something they need. Might be a service. It might be something you can do for them. It's like an exchange. So if this is making sense to you, because it's a little bit confusing to me, but if you know what this is, it might make sense to you. Don't be shy. Ask them. They're going to benefit from this, not just you. It's an exchange. Because you might feel as if, oh, I'm asking for help and I don't like asking for help, because I don't think you do like asking for help. But this isn't asking for help. This is asking about how can I help you and how can you help me? Because I think you might know about this thing that they need. They need something. They need help with something. Because I'm seeing a conversation where maybe they mentioned this thing they need help with. You know, it's something like, oh, I need this thing done. I really wish I had someone to help me with this. And if you listen to this conversation at the time, maybe you thought to yourself something like, well, I could do that. I could help you. So, yeah, step up and say something. Step up and say something. Because I think you're not doing them a favour. You're both doing each other a favour. You're both helping each other. And I think they're going to be happy if you ask. I think they'll be happy. They'll go, oh, finally, someone's helping with this. I can help them as well. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. So it might be that they pay you for something, a service or something like that. They might give you something in return. There aren't any strings attached to this. That's the other thing you might be worrying about as well. So no, there aren't any strings attached to this if that's what you're worried about. And again, with this money problem, I think things might feel out of balance for you if you're still going through these problems with money, because that's what this card's about, out of balance in money. Things are going to get back into balance for you at some time soon. They are. Just know that. Just know that. Just keep on going. You're on the right track. I'm getting that again. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm just looking at these two cards together, this and the Eight of Cups. So I'm going to talk about them at the same time, or together, I should say. So, okay, so I'm getting this all about this person who's interested in you again. So the Seven of Pentacles can be about waiting. It can be about letting things grow. It can be about letting things grow naturally, stepping back and letting things grow naturally. So if you're interested in this person, again, wait, be patient. Things will grow properly if you stand back and wait. You'll get the rewards if you kind of sit back and wait. There's a really, 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 really nice connection here. I'm seeing it growing. It's going to grow into something really nice. But that's after the wait. Yeah, they really need some time. They really need to take some time to completely get over this old relationship. And then you can start to be together properly. That's what I'm seeing. You can talk to them, you can be around them, you can be a friend, you can do whatever you want. You can get together with them. But I don't think it's going to really work properly until they're over all this. And, you know, what I'm seeing in the Eight of Cups is, I'll lift it up so you can see, they're trying to get over things. They're really, really trying. You know, because this man's physically walking away. He's walking off. But if you look at the water, it's flowing back toward these cups, so it's flowing toward the emotions, which is what the cups represent. So they're trying, but they're still quite emotional. They might be angry, they might be unhappy. They've got a lot of things they still need to process. Again, it doesn't mean they want to be with their ex. I'm not seeing that, but it's still coming back. They're still quite emotional. They're still hurting quite a lot. And if what I'm seeing in the Page of Swords is correct, you probably have a lot to sort out as well, not emotionally, but practically, because you've got this separation or whatever this is to sort out. So it might be that you take the time to do that, they sort that out, and then by the time you're both ready, you'll come together. It might be something like that. But this has the potential to be really, really good, really, really positive. Lots and lots of growth here. But you both need to take time out first, and you both need to be patient. That's the message I'm getting there.